ago, so we should have had plenty of time for that paint to off gas and, you know, all those byproducts happen, so we should be good. You guys will also know that in the last couple of videos we had an overheating problem. You know, we didn't have any ducting up front, so we resolved that. We made some ducting. But after I added the ducting, I went for a test drive and to go get some gas, and the car tried to overheat again. So we actually have some footage of us trying to repair that here. As you guys saw a little bit earlier in the car, we're actually headed over to our paint protection film appointment for the front of the Corvette. Well, when I was driving home, I've kind of described this problem multiple times before, but basically the fans weren't coming on. It didn't matter if you had the AC on, use my caster switch and trying to turn it on. And those fans weren't turning on because the power control module, the Prospeed PWM control module, as you guys can see, that terminal right there on the upper left is melted and it was pulled out. I actually initially thought that the wire harness had gone bad because the C6 Corvettes have a real bad problem with overheating and melting that wire harness, the GM side. Checked that, it looked mint. I checked our Casper's harness switch. I was like, oh, well, maybe that melted. That looked mint. Went to the Prospeed harness, even that side looked mint. And then I was under there jiggling some wires around, and the wires from this top terminal actually accidentally hit the bottom terminal, and the fans cranked down. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the terminals from the top there and move them to the bottom. But doing it this way, guys, we might risk blowing out one of the fans. But you know what? I've got like a 7-mile drive tomorrow. I don't want it to overheat like it has in the past before. It's tried to overheat twice now. So we're just gonna run one of the fans full speed, and when we get to the appointment, I'll actually remove one of the fuses, and that way the fan won't turn on. So I think what we'll do is we'll pull both fuses. Each fan has a separate fuse. We will pull that fuse and then plug the other one in, drive. When we get there, pull that fuse back out, leave them in the car, you know, in case they need the shop needs to do anything with it. I don't think they will. Then when we head home, we'll put both fuses back in, or one fuse back in, and drive home. And what sucks about this, guys, is I ordered a replacement of this from Prospeed. They shipped it within a day, which was no problem. They shipped it FedEx. Now, I don't know which version of FedEx. Was it FedEx Ground? Was it Smart Post? I'm just not sure. But basically, it's the holiday weekend. It's July 4th weekend. I'm not sure when you guys will see this. But my control module is stuck in Charlotte. It got to the warehouse at 7 a.m. I think they load the trucks at like 4 a.m. So, of course, I'm not going to get this. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just put it in on Saturday. I checked FedEx a couple hours later. Said it's delayed till Tuesday. I was like, so what? I guess they're just not going to deliver on Saturday? So, unfortunately, like I said, we're going to have to hot wire the fans. Like I said, this won't be too difficult. We're just going to put the top terminals on the bottom terminal. It's all ringed, so all we have to do is move everything down, put a screw on it, pull those fuses like I said. We should be good to go. Alright guys, you'll see that we did get the two terminals over here on the passenger side. Those things are they're loose. I haven't tightened them down yet. But over here on the driver's side, you guys can see that we only have the one terminal left. So I'm gonna take all three of these wires. The top two normally go to the top terminal, and the bottom one goes to the bottom terminal. I'm just gonna take all three of these, put them together like that, and put them on this bottom post. And like I said, that will hot wire, and they won't turn off until you remove the fuse. I mean, that's basically how this is gonna work. All right, so for the signal wires, we got the red on top, we got the black, the ground on bottom, and then over here on the driver's side, like I said, we got all three of those lugs tied to the lower. So yeah, we are pretty much good to go. Going to put the fuse back in, and we'll see if this works. Alright, so as you guys can see, the car is off. It is not running. We're going to put one of these fuses in and see if the fans turn on. Or one of the fans turn on. Yep. Alright, so that's one fan. We got our second fuse. Alright, there you go. That's two fans. And this is how we're going to turn it off. So as you just saw, we kind of hot wired the fan, one of the fans. I didn't plug both in this time, but hot wired the fans to run full time. So when I drop the car off, I'm gonna have to pull that fuse out. But with that one fan running, we are at 169. It's been kind of going between 165, 169 degrees. And we're obviously moving because it's real early. It's well, it's not 7:51, it's an hour off, but it's 8:51 in the morning on a Saturday, and this is actually a very busy main thoroughfare to get to the interstate. So, I mean, we're moving, car's driving fine. It is 75 degrees out, so it's not that 100-degree weather, and we're not sitting in traffic, but I think just having that fan running has made that much of a difference, and maybe the ducting helped. So yeah, I've got the car patched together, and we're gonna head over to the Xpel shop. I believe it's Sunstoppers of Lake Norman. We should be here. Their signs kind of suck. Sunstoppers Lake Norman, this one right here. So, alright, we will get this dropped off, and we'll pick this up when we're done. Alright guys, we're back, and as you guys can see, the Corvette is behind me. We have gotten the car back from the Clear Bra installer, and they did a real good job this time. I don't have any issues with the job that they did. And you know, for this being a custom job, they only have a couple seams. There's one here, I think there's one right here. So the installer managed to do the whole front top with the C6Z, kind of like we said earlier. And then for the bottom, he just cut it extra long, you know, made the seams where he needed to. Now, they did have one mess up, and that was actually with the carbon fiber inserts. I guess what happened was he didn't do the carbon fiber pieces first, he did them last. And by doing it last, he actually ended up getting some of the existing Clear Bra stuck on the carbon fiber piece, and when he was trying to remove it, the carbon fiber clear coat or the resin, I'm not really sure what happened, it lifted with it. So you guys will see there are kind of these white solid chunk marks, but if you look at it, you know, it's perfectly flat, so I'm not exactly sure what happened. So the installer agreed to drop the price a couple $100. I've already got a new set ordered, so they'll be here actually tomorrow. Today's Sunday, they'll be here tomorrow on Monday. And so I'm not too upset about it because, you know, like I said, he dropped the price a couple $100. I've got replacements on the way, and we'll go from there. So I think what I'm going to do is I may call him when I get those in tomorrow, see what his schedule looks like, and try to get those wrapped before I install them on the car. So this will happen in a future video, but I just did want to be fully disclosed with what happened on that. So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good for a custom Clear Bra install. And to fix those cooling fans properly, we're gonna have to use this power control module from Prospeed. Like I said, I ordered this, it took a little bit over a week. We ran into problems with shipping, the holiday, and all that screwing up. And so, like I said, we ended up hot wiring the car to get to the Clear Bra and back. Now we're never gonna have to do that again, hopefully. All right guys, you will remember that this is our messed up controller module. Obviously the terminal's missing. But if you guys don't have it hot wired like we do currently, you guys will have to remove the fuses up top. You know, those are up by the fuse panel. So if you guys are following the wiring, I think this is how it's gonna work. You got the two black wires up there, that'll go to the top kernel. This bottom wire, as you guys can see, it's almost perfectly spaced out for the new module. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go exactly like that. We'll have the two black wires that are twisted together, that'll go up top. The single lone wire will go on bottom. And as for the passenger side, it'll be the red on top, black on bottom. All right guys, as you can see, we did get the module out. Like I said earlier in the video, it's just held in with those two hex bolts, and so those pulled out. And like I was just telling you, so this has actually been machined for 2 sets of these modules. So I think what I'm gonna do, we'll get the car back up and running, but I'm gonna order a second power module, and I'll see if I can get a new adapter harness, because basically what you need to do, this signal wire, the signal red and black, needs to be split in half. If I can just buy a pre-terminated harness from Prospeed, that would be sweet. But if I can't, all I have to do is, like I said, add another red, add another black. And that would go to the top here, to the top module, as well as the bottom module. So that might be something for a future video. All right, so you guys can see I put some of that, I believe it's like electronic transfer paste. I'm not really sure what the name of it is. It's kind of like the similar stuff that you use when you're building a computer. It's kind of that same paste-like material that you put on top of your processor. Then that processor has a heatsink fan. That's almost what the stuff reminds me of. It's almost like a clay-like material. So we got the power control module installed. The terminals are all hooked back up. I need to hook that wire back up to here so that actually plugs into our Casper's fan switch. The Casper's fan switch connects to the OEM harness, and we should be good there. Then up top we have to replace those fuses. So we got the fuses and everything plugged back in. Let's try our Casper's fan switch. There you go. That's low. stock, high. All right. And so yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for the cooling fan repair as well as the Clear Bra install video. I kind of want to integrate those two videos into one for you guys. And if I didn't say this earlier, I do want to say I think we fully resolved all of our overheating issues. When I drove home, it was 105 degrees outside with the cooling fan on, with the ducting, with the upper ducting and that lower ducting, you know, this custom ducting that we did here. The car never got above 175 degrees. So I think we're done. You know, we should be good to go. And when I was driving home, we were sitting in traffic. And with that fan control module being installed, the Casper's fan switch working again, as well as all the ducting that we have, I think we've officially knocked out this cooling issue. So we're gonna go ahead, start going to car shows again, Cars and Coffee, stuff like that. And we'll go from there. If you guys want to see those videos, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications. If you guys want to help support the channel, try to drop some links down below to Prospeed for that cooling fan module. And like I said, we did go to Sunstoppers of Lake Norman for our Clear Bra. And also make sure you check out our website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.